Morning, Knicks Nation. Today is Thursday, the 12th day of September 2024. Hope you're all safe and healthy today. I'm getting ready to get out of here and catch my flight to the DMV in Washington, D.C. for my cousin's wedding. But I wanted to stop in. I'm feeling better this morning. I wanted to stop in and talk a little Knicks. Blessings upon those that work in the healthcare field, along with the first responders who every day are trying to save lives. Those also that pick up garbage to keep our places clean. And those that make deliveries such as mail for our convenience. Double blessings on the men and women that are out here trying to help rescue, deliver, and recover. Teenagers and children who are the victims of child molestation and pedophilia. Those also that are victims of prostitution and child prostitution, pornography, child pornography, human trafficking, sex slavery. Double curses on the perpetrators, the profiteers, and those that perverts that create the demands for these industries. Finally, double blessings on the homeless. More than 600,000 men, women, children, senior citizens, veterans, families on the streets of the United States of America, and millions around the world in even worse conditions. Blessings upon them, for theirs is the kingdom. Yesterday, I did a video talking about Julius Randle not having anything to prove, but only having to come back 100% healthy. There are other players on the Knicks that have a lot to prove. And before we get started, let me give you the disclaimer. Whether they're like Julius and have nothing to prove, or they're like some of these other guys that have a lot to prove, I believe all are going to be successful. And that's why I believe the Knicks are one of the contenders for Take It All this year. We're talking about, though, one of the players that has a lot to prove, both in terms of performance and the money that's on the line, and that's Precious Achiuwa. Precious Achiuwa has a 1-year, $6 million contract. He has no guarantee he won't be traded. And so he really is betting on himself this year. The $6 million that he's getting is the most that he has made in his career. He was drafted in the first round, and he made about $4 million a year in his rookie deal. He just finished his rookie deal, and now he's in a extension year, which is 1 year, $6 million. For various reasons, not all having to do with his performance, the Knicks could not pay him what I felt and what I'm sure he feels is his market value. Not this season. So he's now playing on a $6 million guaranteed deal, but he's not guaranteed to not be traded. The Knicks have him cemented in the backup role at the 5. He is a natural 4. Okay? But he has shown the proclivity to play both 5 and 4, particularly defensively. In the past season, he has played tremendous defense against both guys like Joel Embiid and Paolo Banchero. Okay, so he's played a tremendous defense against one of the strongest 5 spots in the league and against one of the young up-and-coming future superstars of the league in Paolo Banchero. And he played tremendous defense against both of them. I was at the game that they played at Orlando where they basically played with 6 guys. And he did a tremendous job. Paolo Banchero is that dude. And he was hitting some shots with Precious draped all over him. But Precious was also tired. He had to play, I think he played 43 minutes that night. And the Knicks lost the game. But the next time they played Orlando, it was in New York. They had a few more troops back. The Knicks dusted them, and he did a tremendous job guarding Banchero. Some of these guys in the NBA, like you're talking about Paolo Banchero, okay? All things being equal, you cannot stop them. All you can do is make what you know they're getting ready to do more difficult. And that's what makes great players. Somebody left a comment the other day saying Zion Williamson doesn't have an offensive game. You don't know pro basketball if that's what your take is. You have no idea. Zion Williams has a simple offensive game. Very simple. He has like maybe 4 moves, 5 moves. But when you're a great athlete like he is, you can know, the defender can know all your moves and can't do anything about it. Okay? You just hope you can miss. And so what's going on offensively is with Paolo, for example, he has variety. He's a 3-level scorer, strong, big, intelligent, high IQ, the whole package, athletic. And so, it's difficult to slow him down. And Precious has done a great job in guarding him. We're just telling you all you need to know. And then, of course, Joel Embiid, three-level scorer, strong, big, 280 pounds of a fury, as Clyde Frazier would say. And Precious did a tremendous job guarding him. Precious has both the length at the 7'1" wingspan at 6'8", and the athleticism. And, as I said, I liked him coming out of Memphis from the beginning. So I'm glad the Knicks got him. He's still developing. So he has to, this year, this is what he got to do. Like Tom Thibodeau said, he's going to throw him in there, get the job done. So he's got to rebound, and he's been a tremendous rebounder. This past season with the Knicks, he had 12 games where he had 10 or more rebounds in the games he played with the Knicks. And the Knicks went 8-4 when he gets at least 10 rebounds. And he's going to do that on a regular basis here, because even coming off the bench, because he's going to get at least 20 minutes a game with Mitchell Robinson being the starter. And he's going to get that. He may get more than that depending on how the Knicks are playing. When they play with him at the 5, obviously they're playing small ball, but he plays very well, as I mentioned, with Jericho Sims, and he plays extremely well with OG Anunoby. So this is going to look very good. So he has to rebound. He has to do that. I don't think we're going to be disappointed. He's going to do that. He has to play defense. Again, I don't think we're going to be disappointed. He's going to play defense. You're not going to see him miss a lot of games. He's an available kid. He's young. I think he's just turning 24. No, wait. 25, I think. Let me just make sure I got this right. Yeah, he's 24. He's going to be 25 actually next week. A week from today, he'll be turning to be his birthday. September 19th, he's turning 25. So he's a young kid. He's not a guy that's hurt a lot. He's available. I think, we're going to see something, but he's got to make that money for next summer. So if he can do what I think he's going to do, which is lock down defense, tremendous rebounding on both ends of the floor, and he does that. He scores very well around the basket, and his offensive game is still developing. He's still developing in terms of his mid-range and his three-point corner jump shot. I expect that to continue. He's not going to be Stephen Curry, but I expect him to get to at least league average, which is around 36% from three. And so he's going to be, I think he'll be in really good shape there. He's got to improve his free throw shooting. He's about 60% from the line. I think that will also improve because a lot of times a guy like him who's been under 4 coaches in 4 years and has got up and down playing time, inconsistent, he can't get any rhythm. People thought Juice McBride needed to work on his free throws when he first came, but Deuce was suffering the same problem as Precious. He wasn't getting consistent minutes, and he couldn't get his sweat on. He couldn't get his thing. Deuce is an 85% free throw shooter, but he needed the minutes, consistent minutes, for that to come out. So that's the same with Precious. I think, again, I don't think he's going to be Stephen Curry at the line, but I think he can get to 70%. So I think we're looking at a guy that could probably, now he's getting a maturity level, more confidence in the NBA. I think he can get us 36% from three, and I think he can get us 70% from the line. He's a 50% shooter from the field because, as I say, he scores very well close to the rim, very well. So with that, I think next year he can certainly get the full mid-level exception of around $12 million a year next season. But he's got to ball out this season. Okay. Again, he's going to be a key piece of the new look Mobb Deep. Because, again, we had Obi, Toppin, and IQ leading the old Mobb Deep, when we had it before. But now it's Precious, it's DiVincenzo, it's Deuce, and it's Josh Hart. That's the new Mobb Deep. And so he's going to be a key piece of that. That's another thing they got to prove. All of these haters, the Knicks bench don't score enough when Brunson's out the game and blah, 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 blah. We're giving consistent minutes, as a group. I think we're going to have pretty good production out of this team. And the thing I like about with Precious is that you could play him again at the 4 or the 5. And he can guard all 5 positions. Okay, so because of that versatility, Tom Thibodeau is going to use him a lot. He's going to use him, but we're going to need him a lot to be guarding 5s. Okay, we're going to need him to be guarding 5s. But we get Jericho Sims out there with him. He can be on some fours as well, and Jericho can guard the five. So there's a lot of versatility, but it's a big year for Precious. This is a lot of money on the line. I mean, again, you're talking about the possibility of getting probably maybe a 4-year, $48 million deal next summer. That's a life-changing deal for the young man. So he's got to ball out this year. He's going to get the minutes. He's going to get consistent minutes in the backup five spot. He's going to have the opportunity, and I'm pulling for him. I know all of y'all are too. I'm very sure, though, he will not let us down. You all enjoy your Thursday. Shalom.